Hey, well, our pal, the Tomi prompter, is back in the news once more. This time, amazingly, for a reason other than another instance of her familiar, formulaic disparagement of black and brown people in America. Tomi and her mother went to a brunch in Minneapolis after she spoke over the weekend, where another brunch goer apparently recognized her and tossed some water on Tomi. This was followed up with Tomi bringing in a restaurant staff with onlookers yelling expletives in support of the water thrower and explicitly reminding Tomi exactly what all of the good people of reason actually think about her.
Hey, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck this hoe. Racist ass bitch. Why you even out here? Get that bitch out of here. Fuck that bitch.
So let me first just state the obvious. We live in a society with justifiably broad free speech rights. And people should not be physically accosted for bad speech, no matter how hateful in Tomi's case. As you may or may not know, I've had my own personal fan club addressing me here on YouTube and Facebook all the time. And these trolls and harassers, they would love nothing more than to assault me for my free speech, and have threatened to do so on many occasions. And prohibiting such retaliatory behavior is a good rule, even when it comes to Tim Tam. The other thing is, look at the result of the water throwing incident. It has made Lil Tamiflu look like a victim, like a martyr. We certainly don't need that. So with that out of the way, let me first say, relax, Tomi. It was only water. What happened to you does not merit the attention of the sitting president of the United States, especially when he waits weeks to respond to the shooting in Nashville. Get a grip. Secondly, the sheer levels of contempt and resentment that the Trumpette brings on herself in the black community should be of no surprise to anybody. She has literally made a career out of disparaging, undermining, slandering, and lambasting minorities. Now, some of what she says is outright untrue, and all of what she says is, at best, misleading, painting a false picture of the lives, attitudes, and experiences of people of color in the United States. All in an attempt to give a hard blow on her dog whistle to her racist fans into feeling justified in their hatred. Because, as conservative pundits have taught us, especially in the past 2 to 3 years, hate sells. So let's just take a moment to review some of Tomi's greatest hits to remind us exactly what this woman was willing to do and to say to become famous.
And Colin, how dare you sit there and blame white people for the problems of minority communities? After all, aren't you half white? Didn't 2 white parents adopt you after yours weren't willing to raise you?
First it was hands up, don't shoot. Then it was burning down buildings and looting drugstores, all the way to Oscars So White. And now even the Super Bowl halftime show has become a way to politicize and advance the notion that black lives matter more.
Well, we've had a black president for almost 8 years now. Maybe he failed you. We also have a black woman in charge of the Justice Department. Maybe she failed you too. Or maybe it's the liberals, your saviors, which have run your communities into the ground. Where does the buck stop? When will those in black communities take a step back and take some responsibility for the problems in black communities? Because it seems to me blaming white people for all of your problems might make you the racist.
You, just like President Obama, Jada Pinkett Smith, Al Sharpton, and so many others, just can't let America heal.
Again, I understand the impulse to lash out, but we are better than that. And the last thing we need is for Tambourine to possess any claim at victimhood. Just look at the Tomi prompter as some kind of science fiction monster who grows stronger every day, feeding off the attention she gets from incidents like this. So, while there is zero justification to feel sad for the water-drenched alt-right princess, there are better ways to combat her ideas, her hateful ideas, including, but not limited to, liking and sharing this video with your social network. Anyway, thanks everybody. Let's be better.